to, I don't want to call it the perfect game, but the game you guys wanted to play.
Yeah, it's a lot closer. I think the emphasis was kind of the start, and obviously that was a much better start. Like those last few starts we've had just haven't been good enough. I think the shot clock shows you that, but also just the play and watching the film. So, special teams is a big part of it, and the start were kind of the 2 points of emphasis, I think.
Yeah. And they didn't even, generate a real push. Did you sense tiredness there from their back-to-back, or what?
No, I mean, yeah, well, it's a little bit of both, I'm sure. Obviously they're off a back-to-back, and it was kind of a weird game in the sense, 5-on-5, it didn't feel like there was a whole lot of flow. There's a lot of penalties and PKs and power plays, so I think it was a good job by our special teams stepping up and kind of stymieing any momentum.
And 8 in a row against them. How do you explain that?
8 wins in a row?
Yeah.
Is it? I didn't even know. I don't know.
Okay, so you can't explain it all.
No, I can't. I mean, they're obviously a good team. You can see where they are in the standings. So, I'm surprised you said 8 in a row because it feels like a battle every time we play them.
Yeah. Morgan, any teammates giving you the gears? Your 2 goals hadn't been on a goaltender yet this year?
No, everyone's been pretty polite about it until you. So,
and it kind of was an empty net, right? That you ended up scoring on.
Yeah, it was. Listen, I'll take any of them. So they're all good.
Yeah, nice to get some balanced scoring. Really every line contributed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's obviously important. And there's been times throughout this year when we probably haven't produced as much as we would have liked to. And at the start of the year, it was a little easier when we're in most nights. But as soon as we kind of started losing a few more games, and obviously we've been through a little bit of a tough stretch for our own standard, then it gets a little tougher. So it's good to contribute, and hopefully we can kind of keep rolling.
And a good night on the PK for you guys. If they go for 5?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I mean, there's been stretches this year. It doesn't feel like we get caved in a lot of games. Most of the games it seems like we just let in a squeaker here or there, and it's 1 or 2 mistakes and it's in the back of the net. So to kind of get a clean sheet, I think that's good, and we want to ride that momentum into what's a good power play in Toronto.
Does this feel like your best game as a team in a certain amount of time?
I think so. Yeah, looking back on it, like I said, we'll kind of break down the film, but definitely in a little while, yeah.
Yeah, and what do you look ahead now to the last one before Christmas? The hope is to keep it rolling.
Another game like that, exactly. I have noticed we've had a tough time against Toronto the last few years, so a lot of skill over there, and hopefully we can get one more on the road and kind of head into Christmas feeling good.
Sorry, just on the goal that you scored, from your angle, can you see a follow shot not quite going and you bear down and get to the net there, or what did you see from there?
Yeah, I obviously saw him get the shot off, and then I kind of lost it in Wallstead, but then it popped out. So, I probably could have done a better job stopping at the net before. I almost kind of swung behind, but stopped just in time and was able to tap it in. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Morgan.
What did you like most about the way you guys came out in the first period?
I mean, yeah, I thought we knew they were on a back-to-back, and they're obviously going to be a little bit tired, and we wanted to have a good start. We haven't had that, as of late, so I think our first period was huge, and we wanted to take them out of the game, and I think we did that. I think we just didn't really give them anything. We were hard on the puck, hard on the forecheck, and really suffocated them all over the ice, and then, we were able to get a couple goals and really take them out of it.
Your 2 power play goals tonight, Cole, I think they came in 20 combined seconds. Any way to explain that, or just a good night at the office?
Yeah, I mean, just good execution, I think. I mean, you see Fly's goal, we got multiple plays for both units off the face-offs, and that was the one they called, and they ran it to perfection and scored in 6 seconds. And then ours, we kind of do that play quite a bit with the transfer behind the net, and sometimes it's a shot, sometimes it's a pass, whatever it is, and Neil got a hold of that one. So I think just being sharp with execution and making sure we have a plan to just stick to that, and if it works, it works. If not, then we'll make adjustments. But tonight it worked.
You've knocked down a lot of pucks lately, often for scoring chances. What does it feel like to get that one and then turn it into that top corner goal?
Yeah, it feels good. I think as a line, we've created a lot, and we've been getting chances off the forecheck. Fly had a great one there in the second off a forecheck. So they're coming, and we've been doing it for a while now. So it's nice to see, finally one go in the net. I think if we continue to forecheck like that, and obviously we don't want to be dumping the puck in too much, but when it calls for it to put pressure on their D and hound the puck and support each other, then you're going to get chances, and we're able to get a couple tonight.
On the one that scores from the point there. Is that a case of just a 92-mile-per-hour shot overwhelming a guy, or would you guys have guys in the lane there?
I didn't even see it. I was on the half wall, so I don't know if there was a lane or not. I think he got a hold of it, so I don't know if he just blew it by him with no screen or if, Al or whatever it was got in the way, but it was a great shot.
10 different guys picked up points tonight. What's that say about spreading the wealth within the forward and defense groups?
Yeah, it goes to show you our depth. I think that's when we're at our best, is when all four lines are playing like that and able to contribute. And top to bottom, hard to play against. Defensively and offense, we didn't give them much, and we really suffocated them. So I think that's when we're at our best, and when our team looks the way we can is when all four lines are going like that.
When's the last time you guys played that complete a game, you think?
Pardon me?
When's the last time you think you guys played that complete a game?
I mean, we've been playing, pretty, we've been playing good hockey. We're still first in the league, so we've been playing good. I think, there's been times in the last little bit where we haven't put a 60-minute effort in, and it's not for a lack of effort. It's just a little bit of execution here and there, But I think tonight was a great example. We knew what we wanted to do, and we came out and executed, and it was exactly what we wanted. And now we just got to follow that up. But I think we have been playing some really good hockey. We're going to see everyone's best game. We're the top team, so everyone's getting prepared to play us, and we just got to be prepared for that. And tonight we were.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Cool.
They don't want me regulated.
Scott, is that as complete as complete a game as you guys have maybe put together 60 minutes in quite some time?
I wouldn't say quite some time, but I would say that it's probably been one of our better efforts in the last couple of days here, last few games. That we knew that they were coming in after playing last night. Went after them in the first period, and kind of continued that throughout the 3 periods. Like a lot of our compete, sort of a lot of our details, a lot of good things that happened tonight.
You said the other night Nikolai looked like a rusty player, and he was very critical of his own play, as he often is. Did you see both his play and then that line's play really seemed to take another step tonight?
Yeah, I mean, when you see his speed like that, when he puts it on display, it's nerve-wracking for the opposition, and especially the defenders that have to play that side of the ice. And he pushes people back, and that it just creates offensive zone time for that group. And I thought those 3 were, they did a really good job. Spent a lot of time down that end of the rink, and they got rewarded for it.
I think you've talked about that line as a strength, even forechecking despite their size before. It turns into a goal for them in that case today. What did you see in that particular play with Perfetti's goal?
Yeah, that was one of the things we had harped on kind of prior to the game about our pressure. If you're going to go after a team that's tired, the pressure is the big part of it. It's taking away their time and space and getting after them. And that's exactly what the Fets got on them. Their pressure, they got down quickly, didn't allow Minnie to kind of make the next play, and created the turnover and is in the back of the net. So that's kind of part of those guys that when they do it, when they're moving like that, they can be very effective. The other side of things for me, I thought 4 lines were going tonight. I know I mentioned that to you guys. That'd probably be the thing for me. It's probably the first time in a while that we've had all 4 lines going one right after the other, and that was that continued momentum, sort of shift to shift.
Yeah, I was going to ask you the Sheffield line. I don't think there's a whole lot of points there tonight, but they kick off the game and they hand off a shift, right? Like that's a lot of statement from them.
Yeah, it is. And obviously you wanted everybody's first shifts of the game. Like I mentioned the other night in Anaheim there, our first shift for everybody, we ended up hemmed in our end, and tonight it was the opposite. We went out one right after the other. We took the penalty, obviously, that happens, but at the end of the day we killed that, and then just I like the way our momentum kept building. Got the power play goal, and then we kept going, and that's kind of what we have to continue to do.
And tonight would be probably a night you want to give some roses to the penalty kill. Perfect night from them in a key moments.
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't really want to get into one of those that quick into the game, but we did it right from first 2 minutes there. Obviously, did a great job, and it was that was a tough part. Lost a little bit of the flow of the game because of the 9 different penalties, and but I thought our penalty kill did a great job. I think that they're an extremely dangerous group. We've had trouble with them in the past, and 97, 36 special players out there. They do a lot of good things. I thought we did a really good job of containing them.
Do you have an update for Adam Lowry?
Yeah, he was just banged up a little bit there. Got banged up on one of the shifts. He should be fine.
Could I also ask the third pair with Hanel and Miller? I'm sure there's lots of good. There's a couple of shifts I think where they're in their zone in the second.
Yeah, I think that, like you mentioned, there's things that they're continuing to grow together. That's Billy being back on the left side. He'd been playing the right with Stan. So, just familiarity playing with Millsy. I think, just like you said, there's some good things that we'll look at and that they can build on. There's some other areas that they just got to continue to, improve. And, we don't stress them out too much in the sense of, getting them thinking all about the bad things. We want to continue to build on the positives. And, I think that just the growth there. I think Millsy helps, Villy in those situations. So there's lots of good going on. They got lots of minutes, which help too.
And sorry, just a quick one on David going in for Rasmus. He's obviously was sick yesterday, but and cleared out of protocol.
Yeah, no, he was fine. Yeah, he was okay. He got out of the protocol and really kind of wasn't sure about about doing it in Anaheim. We were really looking at that one, but we waited one more day for him and thought that line was real good, and obviously scored a big goal. And I thought Gus, he's the type of guy that he kind of gets in, and especially what happened in the Boston game, I was really proud to see him go out and play as hard as he did.
That's what I was going to say. Did you almost feel like you didn't want to let him linger too long once he was cleared to go because of how that last game for him ended?
Exactly. We had to get him back in there and just let him get back up and running again. All right, thanks. Merry Christmas. Happy